Good morning, everyone. We have a few people here, I think. Can you hear me? Can you see me? I just put on my coffee. I'm gonna show you. Can you believe I went to Barcelona and I brought a coffee machine? I decided to only bring the essentials, and a coffee machine was one of them. Oh, now I saw myself. That's weird. I'm gonna have to figure out. Yeah, I can look at myself here. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me for this little morning hangout. It's gonna be super relaxed. I'm gonna tell you where I am, what I'm doing, and we're gonna have a cup of coffee together. I can see Vinny. Please say hi, everyone who's here, so I know who I'm talking to. Hi, Ralph. Good morning. Hi, Chantal. Good morning. I'm so happy you're here. They do have some big cups in Spain. The coffee here is on point. There's kind of echo here. That's not good. I wonder why. Is it still echo, Ralph? It could actually honestly be because this room is not so good, but that shouldn't be it. Let me know if it gets better. Otherwise, I'll change to my phone. Maybe I need to do the stream from my phone. So I have a disco t-shirt. I have to tell the story about this. So first of all, I am in Barcelona. It's just a little bit. I hope. Well, let me know if it's too annoying. If the echo is too annoying, I'll change to my phone. If it's, maybe I just need to sit a bit closer. Maybe it's the coffee machine you hear. I'm gonna see if I can change my settings a little bit. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm gonna have to remember the coffee machine is really loud. But it's my favorite sound. It's gonna start. I hope it's gonna be okay. So, I have just moved to Barcelona. As maybe a lot of you know, I haven't been able to find a place that really feels like home. I've been, living in a lot of different places, but I also have enjoyed living on the road and being able to go anywhere when I get an opportunity to play somewhere. I could just go there because I didn't have any commitments to rent or anything else. And I've spent the last year really going back and forth between Sweden, Germany, and England, because that's where I have been recording and writing and producing the album. My musicians have been in those places. So I needed to be free so I could go anywhere. But now that the album is almost finished, it's just the release strategy and the plans. I could kind of be anywhere and do that. It's the mixing and mastering left. And I am not doing that, thank God. Thanks to your support, I can hire professionals to do those things now. So I thought it's time for me to find a home. And I thought for a long time, where do I want to live? And obviously I have a few requirements. Before I tell you about them, let me have a cup of coffee. Do you guys have your coffee with you? This is actually my second cup for the day, so I'm cheating. I woke up early and I needed a coffee to, be me. Skål, my friends. Where was I? Yes, my requirements for a home was it needs to be central enough that I can fly to Germany because my musicians are there, to England because that's usually where I play my shows. I have my majority of my fan base is everywhere, but most of them are in the UK still. So house concerts, for example, I get the most in the UK. I want to be able to quickly fly back home to Sweden because I still have my childhood friends there that are important to me. And I just want to be able to fly places. Two, it needs to be cheap because I am a broke artist and I want to be able to spend all my money on my music. I don't want to have to spend too much on rent. I want to be able to put everything back into making better and better records, videos, books, just build my things with every little release. And number three was I am so done with cold winters. I need them to be warm and I need a sun and I need the water. I need sea. So I thought Spain, Portugal, Greece, but Greece was a bit too far away. What else did I consider? Prague, I considered. And then I have my favorite cities like Edinburgh, but I need warmth at this point. So anyway, turns out I have a lot of creative friends who already live in Barcelona. Like people I've connected with on the internet, photographers, videographers, writers, and just like not musicians, but other creative people. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Elaine. You're never late. You're perfectly in time. We're just having a coffee and I'm talking about my Barcelona adventure. So, yeah, Barcelona felt like I wanted to try it out and now I'm here and I love it. I've only been here for 2 days. Good morning, Michelle. 4 a.m. here. Woohoo! Good morning. You do need this. I hope you have a coffee ready because 4 a.m. is earlier than I wake up. I think Ralph wakes up the same time. Okay, how many of you can not drink coffee without slurping? Because I can't. Tea soon. Okay, that's okay. Coffee or tea. Yeah, I love it. I love it in Barcelona. So I only came 2 days ago. No, what day is it? Saturday. I came on Tuesday evening. Okay, I've been here a few days. I'm so lost. And I'm renting this little temporary room for 1.5 months. And maybe most of all, I have booked up this month with so many amazing projects already because I was so excited to get to work with those photographers and videographers that I've been just connecting with on Instagram, really. So first of all, on Tuesday, I am filming my very first official music video. And this is possible thanks to you on Kickstarter because like I outlined in the Kickstarter description, if we funded 100%, that would cover paying for musicians and a little bit of the mixing, but not everything of it. If we funded more than that, it would fund the mixing and the mastering. And then the dream would be to afford live sessions and a music video. And thanks to your support on Kickstarter and some other extra support outside of Kickstarter from my golden friends and supporters, I can do this. And it feels crazy because I've never been able to do a record and really put, the extra glitter on it. So with live sessions, professionally filmed live sessions, and a professional mixing engineer. I'm going to tell you all about the guy who's mixing the album a bit later. He's a dream come true, and it sounds so good. The mixes he's done so far sound so good. So anyway, there is one song called I haven't decided what to call it yet. The working title is intro song because it is an like an intro to the album. It sets the whole vibe for it. So I wanted to film. It's maybe not a music video. It's more like atmospheric introduction. I want to show the visuals of it, and the song is kind of the transition when you say goodbye to an era, a relationship, a time of life. Everyone, I think, has this in between phase where you need to feel a bit lost. You can't go from being here to just being here. You have to have this transition time where you let yourself get lost and rediscover yourself. And this song is kind of that blurry in between phase where you don't really know who you are, but you're on your way to something. And I wanted to use the city of Barcelona. So we're going to film in, I think it's 4 different locations now. And it's going to be amazing. So this girl I'm filming with, I hope that I can do like a little interview with her during the shoot so I can show you who she is. Her name is Elo. She's from Switzerland from the beginning. Then she lived in America for a while, and now she's been living here for a few years. And she's really a photographer, an amazing photographer, but she's also doing video and film. So I'm so excited, and I cannot wait to show you. So the idea is we're gonna film this music video. As soon as it's done, I'm gonna start preparing for the first single release for the song. And I hope that it can be end of November for the first single to come out, which will be perfect because then that will set me up for the second single to come out in January, early January. And then we'll just keep rolling. And yeah. I can hardly wait to see this video. Barcelona is a magical place to film. There are so many beautiful locations. And that was the thing. So I introduced this idea to the film team. I said that I saw this video. So when you hear the song, you're going to understand. The song is kind of built up in phases. And that's the cool thing with the song. It's not a pop song. It's not a verse, chorus. It is section A, section B, section C, section D. Section A. It's a very strange song, but I love it. And therefore I said I want every section to have a different location so that you can see that I am transitioning to different places, different phases in this transformation in life. And so, yeah, we have 4 different locations. We're starting in like a pub cafe place. Then we're going to like a viewing point. Then there's like a passage in the city with cool lights. And yeah, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait for you guys to see it. And so that's what I'm doing on Tuesday and Wednesday. It's going to be 2-day shoots. And then I think on the weekend, I'm doing a photo shoot with Elo, the same girl. And hopefully that will be photos for the artwork for this single, because I would like for the artwork to have the same feel as the video. That would be cool. So yes, that's why I got myself a disco t-shirt because one scene in this video is gonna be a lot of lights and a lot of like club feeling. And yeah, I found this yesterday and I thought, well, if it doesn't fit the video, at least I have a disco outfit. So it makes me feel like I am back in middle school going to drink Coca-Cola. So yeah, that's my Barcelona plan. And as you all know, I am my own record label, which means that when it's time for the release, I'm gonna spend every day doing the job that a record label would have done for me. So promoting it, trying to find PR, interviews, features, try to get it playlisted on Spotify, make sure that all the distribution is done right so that it shows up on iTunes and Spotify and Shazam, and just coordinate everything, which is, I love that part too, but it's very time consuming, which is why I'd rather do that in Barcelona Summer cold. Yeah, I guess that's my Barcelona updates. Have you guys been here? And if you have been here, what do you think I should see and do? I've already been to a lot of coffee shops. And I went to the ocean yesterday. And in 1.5 hours, I'm gonna go try out a yoga class here. So that's exciting. I also I have like a little cheat thing. I'm gonna tell you stuff. Barcelona life. Yeah, right. So let me talk about the album. What's happening with the album? I've never been to Barcelona. The album is going really well. Where are we now with the mixes? I have sent in, I think, 6 songs to the mixing engineer, and I think I got back 4 or 5. And now I have sent it to those songs. Well, I'm waiting for the other mixes, and then I'm gonna send it to my mastering engineer. And then I'm gonna have to sit down and create the artworks. And slowly, we're getting there. So my goal is obviously to have the physical album finished so that I can send it to you guys before the official release happens, so that you can have the album before everyone else, because that would be ideal. But there's gonna be a lot of singles and videos and a lot of other fun things. So actually, also, I with this Kickstarter, with this album, there's obviously also the book that is happening. And I had the fun thing was I had the book finished when I launched the Kickstarter. I had already written it. But now when I'm here, I get so inspired every day and I write so much. So slowly I've been going into the finished manuscript to add and tweak it. So the book is still in process, I guess, again. Anyway, I actually thought that I would read something for you. So I will not play any songs this morning because, sadly, this room that I'm renting, the landlord has said no music. Which I understand because the walls are very thin and it's an old lady that I'm renting it from. And she saw when I came with my guitar, and she said immediately, like, you're not allowed to play this in here. So I said, I understand that. So next time we're doing a live stream, I'm gonna rent a little rehearsal room where I can sit and play some songs for you guys. One place to visit is Las Ramblas. If you look on a city map, it runs from Plaza de Catalunya down to the Columbus Monument at the waterfront. Thank you, Vinny. I'm definitely going to check that out. And yesterday I met up with a film girl because we were going to talk through the video and plan for everything. And she took me to a rooftop terrace, and it was so luxury. We could see all over the city, and we had an espresso martini, and I felt like I lived in Sex and the City or something. It was so cool, so beautiful, and I saw all over everything. And we were talking about my dream of a music video, and I had a delicious drink, and it was perfect. So now that's why I feel like I'm celebrating life with my disco t-shirt. Okay, I'm gonna read this to you guys. I still feel very awkward doing spoken poetry, but it seems like you guys like it, so well, let me know if you like it. If you don't like it, I will stop. I wrote this actually when I arrived in Bali in May. I did a month in Bali where I worked as a yoga teacher, or worked. It was like an exchange. I got to stay there for free and teach some classes a day. And I wrote this, and it's about for me, when I move to a new place, or just even if it's just for a month, that becomes like a stop in my habits. It's like you make a turn and you can change your behavior easier when you change your environment. So it goes like this. You spend months in a melancholic fog, just doing the best you can. You keep tugging away, waking up with coffee, falling asleep right before it's time to go up, and you wonder if things will come together soon, if all that work will pay off, if life will one day pop and spark and bloom again, like it did back then at some point. But then things got busy and a little slow and pretty sad, and you just tried to get on best you could. You put your head down and got to work. Weeks went by and the weather kind of stopped. A constant grey cloud over my head, or maybe more inside of it. But then suddenly there's a switch and everything happens at the same time in a big, wonderful, beautiful spectacle, I guess just as it should be, and you just kind of let yourself get flown up in the air by all that energy, hoping you will land softly somewhere new. I kept waiting for my big aha moment, when I would see the bigger picture of this album and this book, or maybe just myself. I wanted to know exactly what to say before I let everyone in. I'm reading the wrong writing, but I'll keep writing this. Reading this. This is not at all what I wrote in Bali. This is the Kickstarter text. I'll read the other one later. I kept waiting for my big aha moment, when I would see the bigger picture of this album and this book, or maybe just myself. I wanted to know exactly what to say before I let everyone in, before I launched this Kickstarter campaign and filmed that scary introduction video. But this doesn't make sense. Why would I read this? Okay, I'm gonna find the other one. I thought that when I read the Kickstarter, I'm like, I didn't write that in Bali. That's super wrong. Oh, where is it? I really wanted to read this one. May. Okay, I'll read this one instead. This is genuinely so typical me. Like, I'm gonna do a performance of a writing, and then I'm like, oh, it's the wrong writing. Now you just got to know the real me. Because that's what happens to me. Okay, good morning, Lee Hoon. Ooh, what time is it for you now? It must be actually late at night? Late in the evening, maybe. Okay, let me do this. So, change of plans. This I wrote in Greece last year. I actually went, no, wait, it must be 2 years ago. I went there to finish Everything Changed When I Forgave Myself. Yeah, that's where I finished that book. So this is special. Okay. There is so much I don't have. I fall into jealousy, watching other people have their ways, climb the ladder, build fancy lives in fancy houses with fancy cars. And I rarely see what I do have, only what others have that I don't. And I think it's so easy to work and actually have the life you once dreamt of for yourself. But when you reach it, you're too busy looking at others, looking at future you, looking over your shoulder, so you don't even notice. I have some very simple dreams, although they're large. And I have found just a few things that make me feel calm and safe, happy to just be around. I tried to build my life on those things and exclude the rest. I don't have the house and the job, the car and the yearly holiday to Spain, but I do have freedom. I wanted freedom in all forms, and I fought with all my power to build the life I wanted to wake up to. All my life I felt stuck in chains by everything and everyone, but then I found those few things, and that made me feel safe and calm, and I ran with it. I wanted location independence. I wanted the space and freedom to let my creativity bloom as the wildest flower, and I wanted no boss or label, contract or rent to tell me to stay put. I work really hard. I work all the time. I work every waking hour of every single day. But I also never work because this is all I wanted to spend my life doing, you see? I wanted to write music and I wanted to write books. I wanted to connect with people who are like me. And I wanted to build a supportive community where we simply make each other's days a little brighter, a little lighter. I wanted all those things, and I wanted help, physical help, mental health, a deeper understanding of some sort of peace. I wanted no more anxiety, no more fears. I wanted to befriend this body of mine and learn to work with it. I wanted to study books and authors, literature and philosophies, spirituality and politics. I wanted the potential for intellectual and spiritual growth, and I wanted to do so without being assessed on it. I wanted all these things together with my freedom, and I spent so many endless days and nights cursing my ways because so often I feel like I did not make it. But then I pack a bag and go away. I sit lonely on a beach, meditating with nothing but water in front of me. The sun is slowly setting over the horizon, and the water is so clear. I've never seen anything so pure before, and I'm thinking, I did not make it? Make what? I have my freedom. I have my music. I have my books. I am studying and learning, constantly growing, and I am befriending my body one day at a time. And I have simple dreams, although large, and I'm getting there. Slowly. I think sometimes I get too caught up in everyone else's dreams. The record deals, the book deals, the charts, the magazine covers. I forget what it was I wanted in the first place. I think sometimes we like to complicate things because we're told we have to always want more, 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 but it could all be so simple. Find a few things you love, some principles for your life, work hard on it, and exclude the rest. Today I woke up in a simple room with nothing but a bed and a white desk. I went running on the beach. I wear no makeup. I wear simple clothes. I ate local foods and spent no time on tubes or undergrounds. I bought a coffee and asked if I could have it at takeaway. But then I changed my mind because I had nowhere to go but simply here. So I stayed. I write and I read, work on my music, record my podcast, write letters to people I care about. I take care of my body, I take care of my mind, and it's all so very simple. Life could all be so very simple. That was a long writing. I hope I didn't make you fall asleep. Thank you, Lihoon. Afternoon. It's really nice, you know. I when I go to a new place, I always find myself writing a lot, and it has become like a bit of a travel diary because I always like think different things in different places and then I write about it. And 2 years later, I go back and I can immediately remember I wrote this there. And I really like that. It's the same with the songs. I will always remember the moment I wrote the songs. Do you guys have any questions about the album, about the Kickstarter? So we have 5 days left of the Kickstarter. Thank you, Chantal. Chantal. How do you say your name? Chantal or Chantal? Chantal? It's beautiful, either way. What was the local food you had there? Well, in Greece, the local food. Well, so when I was in Greece, I went to I've been to Greece a few times. First, I did my yoga teacher training in Paros. It's a small, well, it's maybe not so small, but I was far up on the island. And there, actually, they had local fish every day you could buy and local vegetables. And last time I was in Greece, it was a lot of local vegetables and fish always. It's the best. And here, just right down where I live, there's like a fruit 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 shop, fruiteria. And there I go and I buy fresh watermelon and mango. And yesterday I bought pineapple, and it's so delicious. And it's also fresh, and I love it so much. That's the best thing, living in a warm place. You can eat fresh foods. The original spelling is French, Chantel. It's pronounced as Chantel. It's beautiful. Chantel. I love it. So pretty. Chantel. Maybe if I ever move to France, I'm gonna call myself Chantel instead of Charlotte. It's kind of similar, but still not. How far is it to the nearest coffee shop? Oh, Vinny, there are coffee shops everywhere. Like, I literally walk outside the door and there are coffee shops. It's the best. And I go and I sit and read and write and get stuff done. Grilled octopus. That I've never tried. That's too scary for me. Octopus. With all the... How many legs do they have? Like 12. Ooh. No, I bet it's really delicious, but it feels really slimy. What's your plan for today, you guys? What are you gonna do? Unless it's afternoon for you, for example. I thought we would have a lot of Australian friends, but I don't think so. It maybe was too late for Australia anyway. But the good thing is, of course, all those live streams, I'm gonna do, of course, live streams the whole journey through to the album is out. And if you can't make it to one, of course you can watch it afterwards. This is gonna be available through the same link. So you can just go on the same post and watch this over again. Maybe this video in particular isn't something you wanna rewatch because I don't play any music, but hopefully next time I can also, wait now, next time will be November. So next time I can even play the new single maybe with my little guitar. That would be cool. I knew you would be spoiled for choices. Coffee is a way of life. It really is. And I've been thinking, so my friend Ralph once made me the glass jar coffee cups. And I've been wanting to do my own coffee cups as merch or like as a thing in my store. But I haven't found a way to ship them in a nice way because then I need to buy those big carton boxes and that's really expensive to send out. And obviously I want to make sure that they don't break. But I have started thinking about it again, and maybe I'll make my own coffee cups together with the album. So my idea is then I can send a package with the album, the book, like a cozy beanie or hoodie or whatever you have pledged for, and a coffee mug, so that you have like the ultimate cozy package for the winter or whenever you will receive it. I'm planning on reading today. More coffee, listening to music. Saturday's a chill day. That sounds glorious. That sounds absolutely glorious. I actually bought a book on my way here. I don't know where it is now, but I picked up Henry David Thoreau's book called Where I Lived and What I Lived For. I think it's called. It's like a thin little book, and I think it's like maybe journals. But I love him. I love his writings. His book Walden Pond was like the first book I read when I lived in Bristol, and it was like, wow, you can be self-sufficient. So I'm excited to read that. Please think about coffee cup merch. I will. I'm thinking I would like to do, so this is not my cup. This was here in this little room. But I really like the idea of having quotes on the cup. I can create like maybe a few different designs with a quote, an inspirational quote that you can read in the morning while you have your coffee cup and you're like, yes, man, I'm gonna rock my day now. I think that would be cool. Then maybe we could even do like a vote for what quote you would like on it. That could also be cool. Do you guys have any other questions about the record or the single or the video or Barcelona? I'm gonna try to take so many photos of Barcelona. I have my camera with me. As you might have seen, I have started to get into photography and I love it. So I'm taking photos a lot. Well, you guys, if you don't have any questions, I think it's time for us to start the day. I hope you found this cozy. It always makes me happy to get to talk to you guys. So at least now you know a little bit what I'm doing in Barcelona. And this is not forever. I don't think I'm gonna live here forever, but it's gonna be perfect for now, for a while. To get the record out, do all the promotion, do creative videos and photographies with my creative friends here, and a lot of yoga. And then, the plan is that I'll be able to tour, do a big house concert tour in the spring. So then I'll probably leave Barcelona again, but during the winter, it's gonna be amazing. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me, for being a beautiful tribe. Oh, I just saw my tattoo. I'm gonna do a new tattoo here, and I've been starting to think about what I want to do. I'm gonna keep it secret until I have done it, but I'll show you when I have done my new tattoo. That's also a thing. I'm doing like a new tattoo in every place that I have lived for a while, which I like. Okay, you guys, have a beautiful day, afternoon. Thank you for starting your day with me, for joining me for a coffee club. And I love you guys. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.